Welcome to the Digging Deep ATVMX podcast with your host, Cody Jansen.
What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Cody Jansen, and welcome to another episode 20 of the Digging Deep ATVMX podcast, brought to you by CST Tires. We wanted to do a rapid reaction to the postponement of the Texas ATV Motocross season opener. As I speculated, I didn't imagine they would run the event as scheduled in the current climate. These are obviously strange and unprecedented times. And on Tuesday, the series announced that the Texas round is being rescheduled from March 28th, 29th to September 19th and 20th. So as scheduled now, and if it stands, essentially the south of the border race will serve as the full-on season opener, giving us 5+ approximately weeks to evaluate what's going on and to determine if things are able to go on as scheduled, as normal by then. So Harv Whipple, AMA ATV Pro Referee, will join us to quickly talk about this topic and also cover the state of ATV racing and how incredibly strong the pro class is right now. So want to give you a little news and then kind of end it with some happy ATV motocross talk. So I look forward to that. But before we get into it, let's thank our sponsors, all the great people that make this podcast possible. Thanks to our title sponsor, CST Tires, CSTTires.com. The Pulse MXR tire is the best tire on the market no matter what the terrain. Join the CST takeover today or prepare to be beat by someone who did. CST Tires, where passion meets the ground. Thanks to Motorsports Powerhouse and show sponsor, Yamaha. We are proud to be partnered with the winningest manufacturer of the past decade in ATV motocross and the #1 OEM supporter of ATV racing. The Digging Deep ATVMX podcast is Team Blue Crew. Thank you, Yamaha. Check them out at YamahaOutdoors.com. Thanks to another show sponsor that is part of Racing Royalty and longtime sponsor of my personal racing efforts, Valvoline. For over 150 years, Valvoline has been dedicated to innovating and improving your driving and riding experience. The world's oldest oil company still leads the charge with unrivaled products and lubricants. Thanks to Team Valvoline for coming on board. We are proud to partner with Gripped Gloves. Gripped is an ATV rider-owned and operated brand with the rider in mind and goal of keeping costs affordable. The Michigan-based family operation recognizes riders' desire to showcase their identity with eccentric colorways and crazy patterns, something not often found in the work of big manufacturers. Here to push the stereotypes and limitations, Gripped is driven to produce a glove with cool colors and designs that won't break the bank. Get a grip on life. Check them out today at grippedgloves.com. That's GRIPT gloves.com and use discount code DIGGINGDEEP10 to save. Thank you, SSI Decals. SSI Decals was a key contributor to Team USA's winning efforts at the Quad Cross of Nations, Joel Hetrick's 2019 pro title, as well as Chad Wienen's program that tasted victory in Daytona. Simply put, SSI Decals is the choice of champions everywhere. Their track record speaks for itself. Champions choose SSI Decals for unmatched look and quality. Thanks to those guys. Check them out today at SSIDecals.com. Thank you, DID Racing Chain and their 520 ATV2 X-Ring chain. Team USA, Joel Hetrick, and myself all trusted DID's unrivaled chain quality all the way to championship victory this past season. Wherever you go, go with DID. Thank you, Namura Technologies. Namura, pistons with an attitude. Namura has led the charge in the ATV and side-by-side market since 2001 with their wide array of pistons, rings, gaskets, and industry-leading top-end repair kits. Visit your local dealer or online at namura.com. That's NAMURA.com. Also, a big thanks to Bronco ATV and UTV components. Bronco has been an industry leader in replacement hard parts and accessories for all makes and models for over 15 years. Whether it's electrical components, engine internals like rods and cylinders, suspension parts, or bearing kits, Bronco is your hard parts source when it comes to whatever you need for whatever you ride. BroncoATV.com. Thank you, Forworks Carbon, for their continued support. Known for their hoods, seat covers, array of carbon parts, and so much more, Forworks is your one-stop shop to give your ATV a new and improved look with increased function for 2020. New year, new look with Forworks Carbon. Head over to their social media pages or website today. Thank you, Forworks Carbon. Thanks as always to Evans waterless power sports coolant. Upgrade to Evans now to avoid overheating and boilover next time you hit the track. When conditions are at their worst, Evans is at its best. Use discount code DIGGINGDEEP20 to save at checkout, evanscoolant.com. Thanks to DP Brakes, the unquestioned leader in motorsports and power sports braking. DP is the brand responsible for allowing Joel Hetrick, myself, and so many others to outbrake the competition every time we hit the track. It's not too late to join the team, so act fast. www.dp-brakes.com. Thanks to Blenders Eyewear, whose Life and Forward Motion brand is the perfect fit to partner with our podcast. You won't find better shades for a more attractive price anywhere else. Use discount code DIGGINGDEEP20 to save on the trendiest shades on the market. BlendersEyewear.com. Thanks to Oats Overnight. Life is hard. Make breakfast easy. Simply combine with milk before bed and enjoy your to-go breakfast in the morning. Overnight oatmeal loaded with superfoods, perfect for athletes. Use discount code DIGGINGDEEP10 to save at checkout. OatsOvernight.com. Thank you, Mountaineer Brand. If you know me, you know I love my beard. That's why I treat it right with Mountaineer Brand's all-natural washes, oils, balms, and more. Use discount code CODY'sFave in all caps, that's CODYSFAV, CODY'sFave in all caps, at mountaineerbrand.com. Thanks to Avocado Green Mattresses. We all know that sleep and rest are an important part of any athlete's routine. Avocado's line of natural mattresses provides exactly the support that you need to ensure you perform at your best while doing the best for the planet. The Avocado mattress offers zone back support with an internal support unit, meaning whether you are recovering from a hard day of riding or relaxing on a Sunday morning, you will be experiencing next level comfort. With a 100-night sleep trial, free shipping and return pickups, and a 25-year warranty, getting your Avocado Green mattress could not be any easier. Step up your sleep game by visiting avocadomattress.com. And finally, we are excited to announce our latest partnership with Roman Health. On average, how many days would you guess that the average American has to wait to see a doctor? The answer is 29 days. Americans are forced to wait 29 days on average to see a doctor in major U.S. cities. If you're dealing with a condition like erectile dysfunction, you want treatment ASAP. That's why our friends at Roman have spent years building a digital platform to connect you with a licensed doctor in your state from the comfort of your own home. Roman makes it convenient to get the treatment you need on your schedules. Just grab your phone or computer, complete a free online visit, and you'll hear back from a U.S. licensed physician within 24 hours. If the doctor decides that treatment is right for you, Roman's Pharmacy will ship your medication to you for free with 2-day shipping at no cost to you. You also get free unlimited follow-ups with your doctor anytime you have questions or want to adjust your treatment plan. There are no commitments, so you can cancel anytime with Roman. If you're struggling with ED, go to getroman.com/digging for your free online visit and 2-day shipping. That's getroman.com/digging for your free online visit and free 2-day shipping. From our new partners to our original sponsors, thanks for supporting the #1 podcast in ATV racing and for making this dream a reality for both us and our listeners. We pride ourselves in partnering with only the best brands inside and outside of the industry, so better your riding experience and your lifestyles by supporting the sponsors who support us. If you enjoyed the show, the best thing you can do is support our partners. And if you're interested in becoming a partner of the show, shoot me a message or email today for more details. Once again, thanks to all of our sponsors. And now, our featured guest. It's an honor to welcome to the show, brought to you by DID Racing Chain and their 520 ATV2 X-Ring chain, AMA ATV Pro Referee, Harv Whipple. Hey, Harv, thanks for coming on the show.
Hey, Cody, how are you?
Man, I'm doing good. Wanted to get you on, obviously, with the news that broke yesterday about the postponement of the Texas ATV National at Underground MX. I kind of speculated in the last episode something like this would probably happen, just based on the climate right now. You know, ATV Motocross, couldn't be the only event, kind of neglecting the COVID-19 outbreak and the crisis surrounding that. So I wanted to get you on to talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about some other stuff too, but we basically had no option. I mean, am I right? That's the way I look at it, Harv.
Yeah, I mean, if I've been in one meeting over the last week, I've been in 100. I've probably been in more last week than in my entire life. And you kind of, one of the positives that you said in that little introduction there was postponement and not cancellation. So that's, if you're looking for something positive out of it, that's positive. And it's, it's, that event's postponed until September 19th and 20th, I believe.
Yep, that's what I read. Yep.
Yeah. And so better than cancellation with everything that's going on. So
Absolutely. I mean, I think there was no other way that it could have been handled. It was handled the absolute best way possible. Because if we would have went on as scheduled, it would have been a bad look for the sport, I think, as a whole. You can't just neglect all the stuff that's going on in like our everyday life and then just think that we can all travel halfway across the country and to race an event down there. So you're absolutely right. So happy that it was, able to be postponed until the end of the season instead of the beginning. And you kind of mentioned it before we got on the recording here, but so what happens with south of the border? I mean, it's basically just a wait and see, right? I mean, I even said that. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry, but that's, everything is a wait and see, not only in ATV motocross, but in life.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, there's no news is good news, I guess, at this point. One of the, other than Supercross, some of the sports that have a little more people to tend to, is there's not a whole lot of people like fly in, fly out on ATV motocross. So
Exactly. Yep.
there are a few, but unlike Supercross, that's half of the field.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't really think it's that. I mean, everyone wants to know. I'm getting several texts, because everybody wants to be the first one to know for whatever reason.
Yeah.
That it's canceled or postponed, or of course they're not going to tell anybody neither, but they want to know. So as far as south of the border, I actually talked to Sam Gammon today. I just kind of called him just to check in on his health. He just recovering from open heart surgery there. He's 2.5 weeks on that. So Sam's doing good, and he's
Perfect.
on the mend. He's actually the promoter for south of the border, and he never said yay or nay. And just moving forward. What's that? April 20. It's last week in April, so it's 5 weeks from now.
Exactly. It's just over 5 weeks, and that's why I was hopeful that what was going to happen is we were going to able to postpone Texas till a later date. It ended up being September, which is perfect. And that gives everybody 5 weeks to evaluate what's going on here and what's going to happen. And hopefully 5 weeks from now, everything is going back to normal for our lives. But right now we just don't know that. So yeah, I mean,
well, the good thing about it as well is the way, again, just trying to take some positives out of this, like no cancellation, it's the postponement. And the good thing about it is, if south of the border needs to be delayed as well, we left a couple weekends open there. September 19th and 20th is the reschedulation of underground. So September 5th weekend's open, September 12th weekend's open for ATV motocross if needed. I believe GNCC has an event one of those weekends. So it's just stuff that we're going to have to work out. So the 5 weeks until south of the border, we have another 4 weeks until Ironman. So in 9 weeks time, if we can't get one event in, I feel strongly that we should be able to get one event in.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think we have the luxury of kind of that having those openings to plug in events if we have to. And like I said, I feel confident that all the right people are in a position, you obviously included, to help make some of these decisions, help be in these discussions, to put everybody in the right position to be healthy and obviously have, the entirety of our schedule be able to be ran. So excited about all that. Obviously, I think it's perfect. This is the conversation I wanted to be able to have. That's why I wanted to be able to do this episode of the podcast, kind of just covering what was all going on within the, how it's affecting ATV motocross, because I am a constant, positive kind of glass half full kind of guy. So I needed somebody who was going to talk to me in kind of that same light. So obviously, like you said, all the positives being that it's going to be postponed and not canceled at this point and all these things, those are all positives. So just saying a prayer that everything can kind of get back to normal. And yeah, I mean, excited to go racing, hopefully at south of the border or soon thereafter for everybody. So super glad that everything worked out that way. Let's kind of transition then, Harv, to, you kind of talked about it, but on a personal level, you're dealing with some crazy stuff too, because not only are you in all these meetings for ATV Motocross stuff and all the decisions and changes and stuff being made there and the tweaks there, but you're also on the Supercross staff. So all the same things going on there. That's an indefinite kind of postponement type deal. Some events are getting canceled. So you got some free time that got freed up. Things are crazy for you too. You're just like everybody else.
Yeah. Well, it's not only Supercross with Feld Entertainment being the promoter, they are also the promoter. They're an entertainment company. They don't just promote Supercross. They also they do monster trucks. They do Disney on Ice stuff. They do Sesame Street Live. They do Jurassic Park stuff. It's their touring season.
Okay.
So right now, every weekend they're supposed to have an event somewhere every day, somewhere in the world, and so it's crazy for them. Feel really, really, really terrible for that company as a whole.
Yeah, of course.
The Supercross Futures, we have actually canceled the 3 events, and there leaves 2 left, which is Las Vegas and Salt Lake City, which are on hold currently. So just kind of wait and see.
Yeah, because that's about the same timetable, right? That puts you at the end of April for those, and then the beginning of May, right? So kind of everybody's just kind of waiting and seeing for that same time period. So yeah, I mean, you're dealing with it just like the rest of us are. So yeah, I feel for you, feel for the company, obviously, and hopefully, like I said, across the board, everything can go back to normal sooner rather than later. So let's talk about. Go ahead, Harv.
It even affects. I mean, I know this is a long ways away, but we're already in preparation for the Quad Cross of Nations. I've already trying to figure out what's going on there. That's the first weekend in October. And
yeah,
in the Netherlands. So for sure don't want to send any athletes over there with what's going on currently. Just have to see what changes then within the time period, and that's just not something that we're shipping a container 8 weeks before the event, and we're making decisions on who goes to the event probably 12 weeks before the event. So those time restraints are going to be tight as well, but we want to do everything in our power to send a AMA Team USA to represent the ATV motocross field here, because it's a big positive for the promoter over there. So
yeah, of course. I mean, the Americans are a big draw for that event, obviously, and in our guys, I mean, that's a big thing for us too. Like everybody, the whole sport has gotten behind the Team USA efforts at the Quad Cross of Nations. So, yeah, I guess I never even thought, that wasn't even on my radar, that was going to be, kind of in between the way the schedule is right now. But as you said, I mean, things are crazier in Europe, it seems, than they are right now. So who knows what happens to that event at the beginning of September. Like you said, it's kind of a wait and see for all of you guys. So talking about ATV motocross stuff and how that goes, Harv. So you're the pro referee, as I said in the intro. How long have you been the pro referee?
Since 2007, whatever that adds up to be.
Okay. So what, 13 years? Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did you first get into the position, or what was your moto career path to kind of find yourself as the pro referee?
Well, I worked as a referee. I worked for the American Motorcycle Association for the arena cross series for a number of years.
Okay.
And then 2007 is when when they decided to actually have AMA Pro Racing classification.
Okay.
And at the time, my boss, Steve Whitelock from Arena Cross, he called and said, "Hey, Harv," he says, "I got the perfect job for you." And I said, "Well, I already have a job." For one, I said, "But what are you talking about?" He said, "We're going to start a division, and AMA Pro Racing is going to start a division for ATVs." I said, "Quads?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I don't know anything about quads." He said, "Perfect. That's exactly why we want you, because everybody there thinks they know everything already."
Oh, really? Okay.
So I didn't really understand that until I got into it a little bit. But racing is racing. It doesn't matter whether you're 2 wheels, 4 wheels, 3 wheels, whatever it may be.
Absolutely.
At the time, I knew nothing about quads, but I knew everything about racing.
Right.
And so I knew I could transition what I knew about racing into quads, and it would all work out.
Okay.
So I don't really think the very first event that I went to was very welcome with open arms by quite a few people, because,
Like, who's
as you
this
know,
guy? Yeah.
I'm a rules guy.
Right. Yep.
And rules are rules, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're Chad Weenan or Ty Hudson. So
Absolutely. No, absolutely. You know, I always thought that you did an incredible job in your position because, well, I guess I couldn't even imagine anybody else doing it, honestly, because your position, you know, demands that you be stern at times. You have to be a peacemaker at times. You got to be a leader. Obviously you're professional. You're a voice for the riders, and you also look out for the best of everybody involved. So, I mean, like, talking about your position, like, you are like, I just couldn't imagine anybody else doing it. And I think you've been perfect for it. You've been, you know, so good for the sport and representing the pro class. I think now it's transitioned to, you know, you talk about when it first started, it's like, who is this guy? He doesn't know what ATV riders need. And now it's like, you're a voice of those riders in ways where guys like the top guys, Chad Weenan, Thomas Brown, Joel Hetrick, all those guys, like, you're a representation of them. And it kind of even shows in your involvement in Team USA. But, you know, like, you're part of them, and it's kind of like a coexisting kind of, I don't know, how do you say it, like a team working together. I'm getting long-winded here, but I think you're the perfect guy for it. And I was always grateful for how, you know, well you treated me, but how well you treated, you know, us as pro class riders. But it can't be easy. Like, I've seen guys disagree with you and try to like intimidate you or whatever. And so that can't be an easy job either.
no, it's not all fun and glory all the time. But it's just one of the things that I was taught was, if you go by the rule book, you're never wrong.
Yep.
And you could look at that rule book and don't get me wrong, I disagree sometimes with some of the rules that I wrote that are in the rule book, and they need to be changed at times. But if they're there and they're not changed, if you go by the rule book, you're never wrong. Sometimes you have to do what makes sense, but they're just
Yeah. Yeah.
enforce the rules.
Yeah, and I guess that's kind of, and that embodies almost exactly what I was getting at, because it didn't matter who it was, if it was me or it was the champion at the time, you know, Chad Weenan, John Natale, whoever. You know, you treated us all the same, because it was, like you said, it was the rules. So yeah, great.
That's one of the things I do take pride in is treating everyone the same, and giving everyone the same shake, regardless of who they are, you know.
Yep. No, you have definitely accomplished that. And I think, you know, I, for one, and I think I speak for the rest of the guys that we raced with over the years, and the guys now, that we're all grateful for the way that you handle things. We'll get right back to the show, but now a quick word from our sponsors.
And now,
please stand up and make some noise for our title sponsor, CST Tires. CST Tires and their Pulse MXR tire have completely overtaken the ATV market. Used by Thomas Brown to clinch a third straight Quad Cross of Nations title, by Nick Janusa as he dominated the Montreal Supercross, and myself, Cody Jansen, as I rode my Pulse MXR fronts and white label soft compound rears to a 2019 national championship in the junior 25 plus class. The Pulse MXR tire, available in soft and standard compounds, offers the highest level of traction, most predictable cornering, and superior wear characteristics than the competition. Join the takeover or prepare to be beat by someone who did. CST Tires, where passion meets the ground. Check them out at csttires.com today.
Anybody that I've gotten to try them, I've heard nothing but positive things back.
We're proud to be Team Blue Crew here at the Digging Deep ATVMX podcast. Why choose Yamaha? Look no further than Chad Wienen's 6 championships in the past 8 seasons aboard his Yamaha YFZ 450R. Not to mention, Yamaha is the leading OEM supporter of ATV racing, and their support of this podcast proves it. For the 2020 ATVMX season, Yamaha's Blue Crew Racer Support Program will offer payout and prize opportunities, including the chance to win a brand new YFZ 450R. For more information, head to YamahaOutdoors.com and follow them on social media at Yamaha Outdoors today. For over 150 years, Valvoline has led the charge by being dedicated to constant improvement and innovation across all disciplines of racing. Valvoline has sponsored some of the greatest names in motorsports, and for the better part of a decade, I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the historically great Team Valvoline. From my commuting vehicles to small engines, race quads, and everything in between, I trust nothing but Valvoline in all of my equipment. I've experienced increased function and durability, as well as longer life expectancy thanks to Valvoline's array of products and lubricants. Since 1866, Valvoline has been focused on bettering your experience, whether on road, on track, or anywhere in between. Upgrade to Valvoline today and check them out at valvoline.com. SSI Decals is a name that is synonymous with ATV racing and synonymous with success. An offshoot of their parent company that was established in 1947, SSI first took shape from owner Ian Harris's passion for ATVs. After making number plates and decals for riders like Chad Wienen, the company quickly took off. Today you couldn't imagine ATV Motocross without SSI decals. The graphics maker now supports all the top teams in ATV Motocross, as well as GNCC, Work Series, Pro Motocross and Supercross, Canadian Pro Motocross, short course off-road trucks, UTVs, snowcross, and oh yeah, 6-time NHRA World Champion Clay Milliken. No project is too big or too small for SSI decals, making your identity stick with championship level graphics. SSI decals. The Digging Deep ATVMX podcast is brought to you in part by DID Racing Chain and their 520 ATV2 chain. This patented X-ring chain boasts a steel alloy construction for reduced weight, increased strength, and a longer chain life, making it the optimal ATV racing chain. Pick up an ATV2 chain today at your local dealer or wherever DID chains are sold. Wherever you go, go with DID. We're pumped to bring on new partner, Namura Technologies. Since 2001, Namura has led the charge in the ATV and side-by-side market, covering more applications than anyone else in the industry. Namura's advanced piston technology uses a NASA-exclusive aluminum alloy that helps to reduce expansion rates, allows for tighter tolerances, and leads to higher overall engine performance for your machine. For more information about Namura's wide offerings of pistons, rings, gaskets, and industry-leading top-end repair kits, visit your local dealer or online at www.namura.com. Namura Technologies, pistons with an attitude. We're proud to announce our partnership with Avocado Green Mattresses. We all know that sleep and rest are an important part of any athlete's routine. Avocado's line of natural mattresses and pillows provide exactly the support you need to ensure you perform at your best while you're doing the best for the planet. The Avocado mattress offers zone back support with an internal support unit, meaning whether you're recovering from a hard day of riding or relaxing on a Sunday morning, you will be experiencing next level comfort. You can rest in peace knowing the components in your mattress and pillows are non-toxic, natural, and sustainably sourced. And getting your Avocado Green mattress could not be any easier. They offer a 100-night sleep trial, free shipping, free return pickup, and a 25-year warranty. And if that wasn't enough, rest assured knowing that they have a 5-star rating by verified customers, including some of our Digging Deep staff. Step up your sleep game by visiting avocadomattress.com. We are proud to announce our newest show sponsor, Gripped Gloves. Gripped is an ATV rider owned and operated brand with the rider in mind and the goal of keeping costs affordable. The Michigan-based family operation recognizes riders' desire to showcase their identity. Owner David Payne's love for eccentric colorways and crazy patterns shows in his product, something not often found in the work of big manufacturers. Here to push stereotypes and limitations, Gripped's drive is to produce a glove with cool colors and designs that won't break the bank. With comfort and quality as key motivators, this family affair is constantly working on the next innovative and improved glove. Get a grip on life, join the Gripped movement because no one wants a bland glove. Check them out today at grippedgloves.com. Use discount code DIGGINGDEEP10 to save at checkout. That's GRIPT gloves.com. We are also pleased to announce our partnership with Bronco ATV and UTV components. Bronco has been an industry leader in replacement hard parts and accessories for all makes and models for over 15 years. With a catalog that includes a full line of electrical components, engine internals like rods and cylinders, all the way down to suspension parts and bearing kits, Bronco is your hard parts source for whatever you need for whatever you ride. Available exclusively through distributors around the world, visit your local dealer or online at broncoatv.com. We are also supported in part by Evans Waterless Powersports Coolant. The best powersports coolant on the market, Evans prevents overheating and boil over so you never have to worry about harming your engine or having a premature end to your ride due to overheating, no matter what the condition. Designed for use in ATVs, UTVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles, and more, use what the pros use. Upgrade to Evans today. The Digging Deep ATVMX podcast is also sponsored by DP Brakes. A longtime supporter of ATV racing and the world leader in sintered brake technology, DP has been dominating the ATV world for decades by supporting the best four-wheeled racers on the planet. 2020 is no different with an impressive lineup including AMA ATV Pro Class champion Joel Hetrick and his Phoenix Racing Honda teammates. Myself, Cody Jansen, and my 2019 Junior 25 Plus National Championship. Baldwin Motorsports' Nick Janusa, Wesley Wolf, Dylan Tremelin and his 940 racing team, Troy Hill, and more in ATV Motocross. In GNCC racing, DP has 16 of the top 17 pros heading into 2020. This includes the champ Walker Fowler, Bryson Neal, Chris Borich, Cole Richardson, Jared McClure, Adam McGill, and more. These riders continue to appreciate the high performance and impressive durability that their DP brakes have to offer, products that ultimately help place them on the top step of the podium. Available at www.dp-brakes.com. Purchase at your local dealer or even message the show for their contact info today. What are you waiting for? Join the best ATV riders on the planet on DP Brakes. Forworks Carbon's innovative lightweight products include top-notch seat covers, carbon fiber and plastic hoods, tank covers, exhaust shields, shock guards, and much more. Whether you have an ATV, UTV, or snowmobile, Forworks has goodies that'll make you salivate. I trust Forworks for increased function and a sexier look. Forworks Carbon, always working hard to bring high-quality, innovative parts to the market. Check them out today. Now back to the show. Getting into you mentioned some of the guys. Obviously, getting into the state of the pro class right now. We just got done with Daytona. The racing was incredible, I thought. Tell us from your vantage point how that event went and how the racing was. It looked incredible.
Yeah, when you get there and everyone, not everyone, but a lot of people I think are hoping for change.
Okay.
And change in a good way. You know, the same three riders, it's top three, top four, top five forever and ever. So it's good to see fresh faces. And you get there and what was it, Heat 1 that Alan Myers won?
Yeah, I think Brandon won the first one and Alan won the second one, and it was craziness by then.
Then you're thinking, all right, here we go. Finally, 2020.
Yep.
You know, but then the gate drops for the main event and the same three riders from what we've seen, you know. But if you're not looking at the top three, you have to look beyond that because of all of the rookies. What do we have?
Five or six, right? Yeah.
Myers. He's not a rookie, but Bryce Ford, obviously he's the big talk of the town, Brogan Geyer. I guess you consider Merritt, he's GNCC guy, but he's a motocross rookie.
Yep.
And then
And
Hill, but he raced him and Mickelson. They raced Indiana there last year, but they're still considered rookies. And then there's one more.
Ty Hudson.
99. Yeah.
Ty
Hudson.
Hudson. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's an incredible group of rookies, obviously. And then, like you said, those second year guys with Brandon Hogue and Alan Myers and some of those guys taking a step in year two. But yeah, I mean, like you said, I had made the comment once before that, as much as things change, they stay the same, right? So we got a taste of all this change in the heat races with, two winners that maybe you weren't expecting to win heat races, but main event comes and, Chad Wienen, Thomas Brown, Joel Hetrick, those guys are up front. But I think like Alan Myers was in fourth and he was pretty close to that pack, Bryce Ford is fifth and he's a rookie. He's only going to get better. The racing throughout the class is great. And I think that, overall, like just the state of the pro class has to be almost higher than it's been in as long as I can remember. Like, I just think it's a great group from front to back. And there's guys that are going to be battling no matter what place you're in, you're going to be battling if you're out there on the track in the pro class right now.
Yeah. How about Alan Myers? So
exactly. Yes.
He rode around in fourth place, just waiting for something to happen, and something happened, and which was exciting, I guess, to say the least.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And, so the podium is a podium, no matter how you get it. And he got it there on the last lap, and I don't know that, he was very excited. So it was good to see someone fresh, him up there. His family was so ecstatic. I think I made a post there last week about being in Gatorade Victory Circle. That is just the feelings of being there. I'm not even a racer, but just seeing them up there, you're so excited for them.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Some of the pictures and stuff that came out from that podium experience and stuff for them, and the pictures of the family hugging each other and just all that excitement just so embodies what ATV motocross represents and what it is. So that was really cool. And then, I mean, all of those guys, he joined Chad and Joel on the podium, who are both, family men, and they got their kids with them on the podium. And I just think that that's cool. Like, it's, ATV motocross is so family oriented, and those three guys did a great job of representing all of us up there. And like you said, I mean, there's nothing that beats being on the podium, and then to do it in Daytona, is extra cool to do it in Victory Lane and Victory Circle. So awesome for those guys. And like you said, Alan, you don't luck into a podium in the pro class. So he rode a great race. He was not far behind that top three. And obviously, unfortunately, something happens to Thomas and Alan inherits the top three spot, but it doesn't go down in the record books with an asterisk next to it. He got a podium, and that's exciting for the rest of the season for those guys.
Yeah, and then obviously Bryce Ford riding for Baldwin.
Yep.
Right behind him, anything could happen. So kind of fun seeing some of the new numbers too, with Ford with the number 4 and Geyer with the number 3 in Daytona, and and then
Cody Ford's number 5.
His brother, he changed his number to 5, and so it's kind of neat.
It's very cool. It takes me back to the days when, everybody ran their like a top 10 number, right? And so that was your single digit number. So it is very cool to see that. But yeah, very exciting. And finally, Harv, before I let you go, I did want to talk to you about but obviously the state of the pro class. And I wanted to, I mean, I've talked about it on the last however many podcasts about how good it is, but I want to appreciate it while we got it, because the state of it is so good. The rookie class is impressive, and that should make it so that ATV motocross is in great hands for the foreseeable future. Finally, we touched on the Quad Cross of Nations a little bit, and you mentioned how, the dates could change, or who knows what's going to happen with that. But since the beginning, you've been a major staple of the Quad Cross of Nations effort and Team USA and all that. Guess I just wanted to be able to ask you, as a member, as a key contributor to Team USA, how much does that mean to you as when you're in a small group and you get to go across go overseas and represent Team USA? That just has to be such a prideful thing, when you guys are, Chad and Joel and Thomas, Jeffrey, those guys have talked about it on the podcast before, but when, they're holding the trophy and the national anthem is playing and, we're Team USA as champions, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, I guess, how much that means to you to be a part of those efforts and making that happen for those guys.
Oh, it means the world. We put a lot of effort into this. Mark Baldwin, the team manager, him and I are constantly talking about, we're already working on next year as soon as it's over. But it's pretty neat. It's there's been a few different people that have came now, just as spectators and witnessed it all, and I think they get the same feeling. What's so cool about it is it doesn't matter if you're a racer, if you just came from the USA, and everybody there has the same feeling when that national anthem plays, and that's just incredible pride for your country and incredible pride for the athletes that we have that supported us, that went there. And I've done a lot of stuff, and there's nothing cooler than that. I'll just put it like that.
That's so cool. I think like you said too, it's a year-long effort. You guys, so much goes into it. The work never stops. And yeah, I can't imagine when, because it's kind of like, like over there, obviously they're different countries and different teams and riders, but coming from the United States where we come from, it's kind of like us against all of them. I assume it's kind of like that. So, go ahead.
Well, yeah, I would agree with that. But the benefit that we have is other countries have some very good riders, and the conditions that they have. The benefit that we have is we have 3 very good riders, and it's kind of hard for countries of the size that they are over there in ATVs to have 3 that are top notch. Like, we're fortunate we have more than 3, but we can only bring 3.
Right.
So.
Yep. Yeah. It's just, it's so cool. I guess every year that passes, it was like, I think the event is even cooler. It's such a cool thing now. And it seems
that's kind of my job in the whole thing. After I get all the paperwork and I'll arrange all the travel and everything, and that's kind of what I'm tasked with is giving it the cool factor.
Okay.
So,
yep.
With everything that we do, with bringing on the sponsors, with Adidas coming on board there last year, and with everything that Ian Harris at SSI Decals does with everything, and it just when we go over there, I just want their jaws to drop at what we have, at what we do, and the cool factor of what we have. I think we've accomplished that with what we do, and I want, like, here's a kind of a story about Thomas Brown. So he had his mechanic this year that was coming, and I was looking at his flights, and he's like, well, he's not coming. I'm like, Thomas, I said, we're going to test on Friday. He's not even coming in until Friday night, or whatever. It's Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday, not Friday. I said, we're going to test on Tuesday, and you don't have his flight coming in until Tuesday night. He's like, well, when I go testing at home and riding, I adjust all my own stuff, and I can do all this. I'm like, that's not the point. I don't want to go over there to Europe. I don't want to see them guys just see you with the screwdriver in your hand. I want them to see you with the throttle in your hand and a helmet on your head. That's not what we do when we go over there. Everybody has a job. We're professional about it. No one does anything unless it's top notch. So I don't know.
I like that because you come in and yeah, I mean, I've always thought that it's got to be difficult because you're not operating out of a semi or a big rig like we do here. You're operating out of a container, but you guys do such an impressive job with, obviously, like you said, with Ian at SSI and doing the graphics and doing the easy ups and all these things. Like it is very impressive. And obviously it makes us so proud when you guys and the riders are able to go over there, represent us so well. We've won everyone that we went to. And yeah, you're going up against really good riders and stuff over there in conditions that are sometimes foreign to us, but it's really brought the ATV community even like together more here, I think, where it's like, you hold these riding clinics and whole shot schools and stuff during the summer to kind of help somewhat fund the Team USA efforts, right? And there's this togetherness, like, yeah, those are our guys. And I really like that thought because, again, it's just got this feeling of togetherness for Team USA. And I just think that that's so cool. So everything you guys are doing, it's really impressive, and we're grateful for all your hard work.
Yeah, we all work together. And one of the, three of the things that I said when I went is safety first, professionalism second, results third. So I think that we've been fortunate enough to be able to bring our guys home safe every year. I feel very strongly about our professionalism, and our results speak for themselves.
Yeah. We've it was 3 last year, right? We did the 3-peat, so we'd be going for 4 if it happens again. And like
Yeah,
and
did
it's
you give me that 3-peat beer?
that's what we had, right? We had the 3-peat last year.
Yeah, I said, did you get any of that beer that we had made? Did you
No,
see that?
I saw the pictures and stuff of it. I don't drink, so I
Yeah,
didn't.
I forget.
Yeah, I didn't get into that at all, but I did see the stuff you guys had going on with it, and yeah, that's really cool. Just again, the togetherness, and even it's like I think it's brought the riders together. It's a different dynamic between the top riders than maybe 5 years ago. So just the whole dynamic, everything about Team USA is so cool, and you've obviously played such a big role. So I couldn't have you on and at least not talk about that at least for a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
So awesome, Harv. Well, again, I got to thank you for everything that you've done for me, obviously personally, for the sport, everything you've done for ATV racing. You've always, like I said, you treated me so well throughout my professional career. You're a key, contributor to Team USA and everything else, but just keeping ATV motocross as professional as we know it. I just so grateful for you, so grateful for all your hard work and all your effort. And, obviously I'm grateful for you coming on the show tonight and kind of just creating a little bit of giving everybody a positive nugget to hold on to. And hopefully we can get back to racing soon.
Yep. Looking forward to south of the border, April 25th, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Yeah, me too. So thanks for everything, Harv. And hopefully we'll see you there. That guy is such a huge asset to ATV Motocross. Thanks again to Harv for coming on. I just wanted to give a voice to this coronavirus situation, as well as talk about some happy things with him. So again, thanks to Harv for joining us. Thanks to my producer, my brother Dallas, who always finds time to fit the podcast into his schedule. Thanks, Dallas. Couldn't do it without you. We have to thank our sponsors, CST Tires, Yamaha, thanks to Blue Crew, Valvoline, SSI Decals, DID Racing Chain, Namura Technologies, Bronco ATV and UTV Components, Evans Waterless Power Sports Coolant, Forworks Carbon, DP Brakes, Gripped Gloves, Blenders Eyewear, Mountaineer Brand, Avocado Green Mattress, Roman Health, and Oats Overnight. Support the brands that support our show, and don't forget to use those codes to save. If you enjoy the show, we encourage you to donate via Patreon if it suits you. Simply visit our website, diggingdeepatvmx.com, and click the Support on Patreon button. This contribution will help prompt continued growth and improvement of the show, and perks will be available to those who contribute, including hearing your name on the show. So again, we greatly appreciate the support. Remember, our Digging Deep shirts are available now in all sizes, and you can purchase on our website or social media platforms. They're only $25, and all proceeds will go directly towards constant growth and improvement of the show. So thanks for all the support there. And remember, you can always call us or leave us a voicemail anytime at 920-569-3519. That's 920-569-3519. So thanks again for that, all of our callers. We appreciate your voicemails and your concerns, suggested topics, all that stuff, business inquiries, everything. So greatly appreciate all the people that call in. Follow the show on social media, Digging Deep ATVMX Podcast, and myself, Cody Jansen, for additional behind-the-scenes content or news going forward in this crazy time. But for now, keep that support coming, and we'll keep the constant content coming as well. We'll keep providing content, and I love seeing the screenshots showing that you're listening, so send those in, and I promise to keep sharing them. Again, subscribe to the show, give us a rating, tell your friends, share our posts, wear our shirts. It all helps spread word about us while growing the sport that we love. And remember, the show is available to anyone and everyone at diggingdeepatvmx.com, where you can also find our previous episodes, our shirts, show sponsors, and discount codes, all in one place. Everything that we have to offer is on our website, diggingdeepatvmx.com. So check us out there. With that, for Harv Whipple, Dallas Jansen, and I'm your host, Cody Jansen. Thanks for listening to the #1 podcast in ATV racing. And until next time, thanks for joining us in Digging Deep with the Stars of ATV Motocross.
He's got more DNFs than James Stewart. See ya. Love ya.
You don't chew Big Red. What the?